Hello everyone and welcome to day 14 of character design. Today I was thinking about what I wanted to work on and do, and I thought doing a redesign would be very fun, and I just had the energy for it and the mental focus for it. So that is what we are doing today. This character was gifted to me, so I am not the original artist. You can find the information on this character's Toy House page in the description if you want to go look at that. But about the original design, I do really like it, and I do think it's actually very, very good. I actually very much love the Lineartless look. It's very, very classy, very clean. However, since I own the character now, I want to give it more of a redesign to fit my personal tastes, and also give it some plot and some more of a direction of how I want her to be as a character. My plan for this cutie is to make her a mage. Her powers will be inspired by her original earrings on the design. So I want her to be able to spawn in large block shapes and be able to shrink or enlarge them. I also want her to have telekinesis powers. Her having these powers will be a great way to add a character into my comic that helps with construction and building. It will help bridge different areas of my comic and help with plot transitions. Like, say I was at a point in my series where the location was based on the Marine Monarch, which is a central location, one of the starting ones, which has most of the main characters in it. Then one of the main characters meets this mage, then that leads into somehow them going to where she originated from. Maybe one of the characters gets curious about her powers, so they follow her, and it leads them to the mage's mansion, which is the mage's mansion is the location for all my magic-based characters. So that would be a great way to segue into that, just from seeing a character then leading to a new location, and that leads into a bunch of new plots and a bunch of other characters. A little confusing, but that is how I see it and will be very helpful. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Also, for this rough sheet, I wanted to do something more loose and just like be creative. So this will be more of a concept rough sheet, but will be relatively polished with some clean line art. So I don't necessarily expect this to be the final design. However, it shouldn't be too far off. Now, I obviously want to keep the main key elements of the original design, or else there'll be no point, but I do want to add some more vocal elements. I will be adding a big hat with a crown base and some extra spiked fabric onto her skirt to match the hat, and then add a belt that holds a satchel. Goodness. This satchel will be used for her to spawn in those blocks. So she will pull them from the satchel, then throw them out, and she can shrink or enlarge them, then place them where she desires. She could also use this as a weapon to potentially crush her enemies, but I don't think she's the type of character that would do that. But if she were threatened, I do think she would definitely defend herself that way. Both of my guinea pigs are drinking from their water bottles while I'm trying to record this voiceover. If you can hear them, I apologize, but the show must continue. For the color palette, I always try to keep it to the original when I do redesigns. It's just something that I think is important to try and stay as true to the original as possible. I also like using color palettes that are given to me because I often pick the same colors when it comes to characters I've created, so it helps broaden my character gallery when I stick to the original colors. But I am adding one extra white color for her teeth and eye highlights, that's it. But the original palette is already selected very, very well. It's one of the reasons the original is so good and works so well. You can tell that whoever made it knew what they were doing, or at least has good color selection instincts. But that's just my opinion. I'm going to block in the colors that were from the original just to get like my ideas down, and also like her skin will be the same. We will also add the same blush marks and add my blush marks to like you know how like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I do the same blush marks to most of my characters, and that goes for nose, cheeks, ears, fingers, elbows, shoulders, and then knees. So we will add the same to her because I like consistency in my characters. Sometimes. I colored in her dress with block shapes to match the original, but I add more to it than the original had. I also give her boots, hat, and the extra fabric on her skirt a matching pattern that correlates to the original design and her boots at the bottom. I just thought that it looked really cute. I really do love that dark gray color and how it pops in the design. It's not too extreme or anything, but I really do like how it sits with the rest of the colors. something that I wanted to stick to that the original design does is not show any eye whites. Just keep it to the cartoony look with the basic like black oval or black circle. The original one was a circle, but we will change it to an oval. But I do add some colors in that. But I do think the look without the eye whites are just so cute, and it really fits her style and aesthetic. Now, the only thing I've actually considered changing after being done with this is the original. Her bangs are kind of short. I'm like, she might have looked really cute with like the, you know, the like micro bangs. I think that might have been like really cool for her design. I may come back and attempt that and see if it looks good, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I just don't have enough characters with micro bangs, and I'm like, maybe she could be one of those characters. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it, sit on it, think about it for a little bit, you know? But after pretty much getting all the colors or whatever down, getting everything done, I am going to add the blocks and shapes that she can spawn out of her bag, and like she's throwing them in the air kind of, but they're levitating with magic. I don't really know what you would call like the particle magic that like holds the shapes, but I made that reflect the shapes and made it kind of blocky and glitchy. I do want that to be the way goodness gracious, I do want that to be the way her magic looks, like in shapes, like probably squares, and be like glitchy and have cool effects. So that'll be something fun to do animation wise. But that is it. I really do like this character. I have not named her yet. I'm considering Mia, but I'm also not considering it. I don't know. I'm not sure. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I would love some name suggestions. I often pick the names that you guys give me because, I don't know, you guys are just smart. But let me know if you like this character. If you don't like the direction I took the character, if you like the original better, let me know. That's totally fine if you have those feelings. Or if you like the new one, or if you just like both. I like both, frankly. I don't think the originals, there's anything wrong with it. And I mean, mine, I'm like, I could think of ways to improve it probably still. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. I love you. The world is better with you. It is not better without you, I promise. Stay hydrated, stay safe. Love you. Bye, bestie.